As a student, at some point in your academic career, you will likely be asked to compose a thesis and support paper. Such papers may go by other names: position paper, argumentative paper, policy issue paper, but I'll share the basic feature of stating a thesis in an introductory paragraph, then providing support or backup for that position in the paragraphs in the body of your paper. Issues and Controversies is a Columbus State resource that you may find particularly helpful in completing a thesis and support assignment. Let's take a look. From the Columbus State homepage, click on Academics and then click on Library. Click on Find Books and Articles and then Databases. Under Featured Databases, select Issues and Controversies. If you're off campus, you will be asked at this point in the process to log in. The first feature you'll see will be a search box across the top of the page. We will come back to that later, but for now, let's start instead by looking at the pre-selected headings that include everything from crime, law, and judicial system to science, technology, and computers, transportation, infrastructure, and urban affairs, and more. Under these broad headings, you will see numerous subtopics of interest listed. Let's say you've decided to write a thesis and support paper on the topic of the juvenile death penalty, one of your interests as a criminal justice major. You may turn to Issues and Controversies as a place to start. You click on Crime, Law, and Judicial System, and then on Juvenile Death Penalty. The first heading is Issue Overview. Click on View Issue Overview and Video to obtain some background information on your topic, including some of the chief reasons supporters and opponents of the juvenile death penalty cite for their positions, as well as information about the 2005 landmark U.S. Supreme Court case Roper v. Simmons, which ruled that executing individuals who had committed their crimes before the age of 18 violated the sanction against cruel and unusual punishment outlined in the 8th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. The next feature provided by Issues and Controversies is a selection of pro-con articles. The pro-con boxes give you additional information for your selected topic or may even prompt you to modify your topic. As an example, although you are interested in whether juvenile offenders should be sentenced to life in prison without parole, you're strongly committed to sticking with your original topic. So, you zero in on the heading, Is the Juvenile Death Penalty Constitutional?, since it aligns most closely to your original interest. Simply click on the blue heading, Is the Juvenile Death Penalty Constitutional?, to read the complete, in-depth article on the constitutionality of the juvenile death penalty. As you can see, the in-depth article provided by the database offers a wealth of information that will be relevant to your paper. Notice the box to the left, which breaks down the information into sections from background and supporters and opponents' arguments to sections entitled Chronology and By the Numbers for useful statistics. Let's click on Spotlights. This section lets you learn more about the defendant in Roper v. Simmons and also explains that case's relation to the later ruling in Atkins v. Virginia, where the morality of execution of the intellectually disabled is addressed. Don't overlook the bibliography section, since bibliography can give you additional ideas of where to look for information. As always, you must just be sure to properly cite those articles if any information is taken from them. The Further Resources section includes contact information for the Death Penalty Information Center and the organization Justice for All. You are also able to use the search box that appears across the top of the page to zero in on more specific aspects of your topic. For example, you may enter juvenile death penalty. This will take you to a list of articles, primary sources, court cases, media, infographics, editorials, and news. These search results may link you to outside resources from newspapers, magazines, or other publications.